Today we're gonna talk about unimportant subject, and first we'll have some coffee. We'll talk about this. The 50mm 1.4 Grandmaster lens. This is the ultimate lens for APS type C sensor, because it is isolating the subject from the background. It is 1.4, it is Grandmaster lens. It is fixed lens. It's heavy, but it's not heavier. It's not heavier than 1.2. It's a bit expensive, but less expensive than 1.2. So it's in the middle between 1.2 and 1.8 millimeter 50 millimeters lens. As you can see here, there is a iris lock mechanism that you can lock the aperture on certain number, which is very handy. So if you're aiming for a certain lens, you need two lenses at least. You need a wide and let's say medium telephoto size length lens. And for these reasons, when using APS type C camera, it's better to use shorter and wider lenses, so you can appreciate more of the blurring background on the prime lenses. I mean not using the zoom lenses that is easier to carry, to encompasses wider focal lengths, but unfortunately you will have you'll have narrower aperture, and you'll have absence of depth of field if you want to have your photos or your videos with blurry background. Here we have it corrected. This is let's see, 1.8 80 millimeter lens, and it's a bit similar to 50 millimeter lens. So whenever you think you need to think what's your optimal focal length for taking photos, whether the camera is full frame or APS type C sensor. These all kinds of calculations that you need to address before buying a lens, or before using it in photography or in videography. So what's the optimal length for imaging or for using in photography? There is no optimal length. There is no best focal length. There is no best answer for everything. There is only, let's say, recommended uses for certain indications. For example, when you want to photograph or videograph a landscape, you'll use, of course, a wide angle lens. When you want to uh, do portrait, for example, you will use a narrower or longer length, focal lengths. So when you want to focus along certain subject, you need to get the subject closer, and you need or you need longer length, like 80 millimeter. So it depends on your indication, depends on your situation that you're using it. If you are going to photograph birds or wildlife, you need the tallest, the further, the most long lengths of lens you need, and you will use for it. These are usually white in color, and heavy, also expensive. Here is 50 millimeter 1.4 at the same distance approximately, so you can see the blurring of background. And here is the 80 millimeter at the same distance approximately, and you can see there is no background. My face is covering all over the place. So there is also a blurring of the background. Let's say the field of view is very short, very narrow, let's say. So this is what I wanted to say for today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the weekend. Goodbye.